Oh, nice.
Then from Election Commission ru ngila yo RCN
Uh-huh.
an award for excellence.
Hai katung i 2019 nei fio
19
but 20
but 24 but 21 ru
21st kali tu the use of application
for sign language.
ha
Yes.
all right.
The other one bro, was for general awareness,
Awareness
partnership, voter education.
can we 2870 can it the logo
Logo formation.
okay
That means this was just it was a means to get the youngest to get enrollment of the youngest voters again. They long at one spot.
oh kamut Krishna oh a human logo mo
A human logo and at the same time kineru kilaj ban enroll el deru. So it is a means to motivate. Kineka long kineka campaign in last dang shwa 6 months shwa ka actual elections because elections yung kari 18
hi
they kineka campaign class dang na do arjar khanyo gen. Ngila mobilize lupa ya ki because we realize ba it's important bangin partner but ki educational institutions, schools but ki colleges gen. So we had these programs at all the schools at all the colleges because those who are going to be 17 and those who are going to be 18 turn 18
hi
they long ban penso thiet aki gen ba kalong important yaki bagin enroll kadi ka process from roll to poll from electoral roll from getting your name in the electoral roll the entire process right up to the polling gen roll to poll that's why yung entire or E to E from enrollment to in fact to elections or you call it roll to poll or E to E gibrio ki tharai ba ka election ka ditang to sing thebot em kam dei ka preparation chong jong daru
klaya
long pinakhot bam jai gibrio mo it's not only that day ba kia bam ka preparation ka ya chwa jong to phiap khot di gibrio phiap draw ga invitation list phiap khot di gibrio phiap decide ga menu phiap decide menu ban entertain kanega the actual kajing bam ja is just the culmination
to kasngi kenan
ka polling day ka ditang ka culmination de kajing Pynkhreh pare kibon ki process kibon ki and the stakeholders ba pi involved ru na ki polling officials ki security ki am ki creative partners mo ki voter education me bucket I mean ki then ki schools then ka involvement ka long it cuts across
kala ni dan the khen ka kamut for one election ladai kan for one election let's say kum ka MLA election try what's the ideal time kanu try ka por let's say ba PP banong man prepare kan kanu ka por ka sim
ti ko mga tungo ko mga batay mga mantan ka process ka na from roll to poll mo I mean electoral roll ka 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 badon kamba haka electoral roll long balay ka don kam kani ka electoral roll process ka ba pinapanrong kerteng lingba ka form 6 ti lingba ka form 6 phi panrong kerteng long kini ki bala dang shulong eligible badang shudap khat prasnem ki panrong ye ki kerteng jong ki te kata de ki jing panrong jong ka kerteng jong ki kadai ka first step long kum for example the first step towards the journey to become a voter is to be an elector first
eligible voter
to be an eligible voter so once you put your name once you register your name people don't kertenga ka form 6 they feel along eligible but pin vote ken so the first step is to get your name registered in the electoral roll and then you become eligible to become a voter on the day of voting ken without being a registered voter pimlong eligible bapin long tau nong vote ne kata kanong vote te kawai ne ki kandon ka bron kama kadai ba kajing don kerteng apa electoral roll kadai ka one very very powerful symbol of being a citizen ken because kiwe ki foreigners kindawan let's say kiwe ki states ki laban thit property ki laban le business ki laban le bon ki jat kam ndai jai bakim ki citizens kim la bagin thep vote only a citizen can cast his vote again or can register his name as an elector te kabaron kamba kanega roll to poll te ka polling day ka sngi ba thep vote te hakasngi thep vote they exercise your democratic franchise mo the one way of looking at it ya kan ka election cycle kadi from roll to poll kasdang daga Jingthep kerteng and ka culminate on the day of voting, or you can also say E to E, that means from elector to elections.
Okay. Di kamut ka kanu pore nakhen be ikato ka jing Pynkhreh ka badalong aggressive hakan dia si. Is it nadu shwaban declare elections ne nadu hashwa katane?
Pi ki bon ki preparations ki dei ki ba let's say ki pajba kinum par UI. A lot of work carries on much before the elections. Ngi apo ka election commission por ngadang long siu ngi shedon ke bakot ka election planner. In fact, kani election planner ngadang buang ni kamraj haru kran ni din.
Kani.
Long kala don ke timelines. I mean 6 months before the poll, 4 months before the poll, 6 months before the poll, then on poll day. Te ka jingpan khre kastang lengba ka summary revision. Ka summary revision ka di special campaigns ba kila pan khre na election commission. ban kring ya ki khna samla khamtam kito gi bampat don kerteng bakin thep ya ki kerteng jungki pendong ya ki kerteng jungki menchwa ka qualifying date ka dei tang hap tang 1st January tan re menta na election commission kila extend ya kita ka opportunity lawan south sen menta kila laban long bagila laban thep kerteng with effect of 1st January, 1st April, 1st July, 1st October.
Okay, South Asian.
South Asian ki negi special campaign. Te dong hagrun ko por ki eligible brown young people ki bala long ki bala adapt khat trust them. Ki bala don ki address proof, don ki certificate of registration neighbor I mean ka educational qualifications. Ki la ban thep kerteng. Te shwajong kasi thep vote ru ki la bon kita ki brown ki jingpan khre ki BLO ki booth level officers ki don ha ki man ki polling station man ki chnong mo te kini ki booth level officers ki maintain ya ka data jong kita ki eligible voters ne kita ki khna ki ban sadap khat pra te ki sadon ki campaigns ki don ki special dates bagi ne ki long ban pendung kerteng ya ki ni eligible voters kata ka di lengba ka form 6 lengba ka form 8 pere phila ban correct yaki ne ki any mistakes badan
kerteng
don jing bakla kerteng leni pinda shift ke address subo
na we constituency showay
na koi constituency showay na koi ka polling station within the same constituency to another ऐसे की बशोंखा they get married, they change the address. They kanang bakin yu ban ra ka teng a new location. Kadon ka form 8. Then deletion do kadon yek tu ki bala yap. Ne yek tu bala yap ne ki tu ki ko ban shift shubo na po Meghalaya shubo ki lale sa permanently shubo Calcutta and Delhi. Ki ko ban shift ka teng the because Imla bandon artli ki kerteng apa electoral roll. Kala bandon tang kawai kerteng.
Kemudian ada P1 shani ban tap vote dan pira.
The form 6 kade ban pendung kerteng, form 7 kade ka deletion, form 8 kade ban penbet. Ban don kana ka shift of shift of location. Ban pendrung ban penbet. Kita kade main things in form 6 7 8.
Kemudian kita kade BLO.
Ban pendrung form 6, ban penbet, form 8, but ban pendo means deletion in form 7. Kita kiri three main forms. Te menshwa te ki kadon ka manual ru, andre menta ki la don daga online ru ki la ban le.
Okay.
Pila ban fill online na muling ba ka app, kadon ka ICI app, kamtam ko por COVID. Por COVID kala long very popular. Te pila ban fill yaki long pila ban pendong yaki kerteng pila ban fill online kan te kibon ki khana samla khamtam mo ki long digitally savvy te ki ban pendong kamban iru porngi wangang long CEO mangarung ya penslori by kibon na ki khana samla ki ban pendong kam yak technology because kosok at the click of a button pishu upload ki dor pishu pendap online kumba mo ki khana samla manda ki order Swiggy from a restaurant.
At the tip of their fingers.
At the tip of a finger, they want to, or they do online shopping. ki thiet no tiar na ki from Amazon and all, so they are very familiar kan te kaniru ko long kum jo ko process te of course kido ki bakwa ban le manually ru kam kadang ya hi ter kadang ya ter because ka verification bara kan ham done ni because adien bala pandap online ru adien bala pandap manually ru ka sedon ga ne ka verification process kan ka sedon ka hearing barang no sedon ka hearing date te ERO concern electoral registration officer usai khot ya ki applicants bagin pinchisha ya ka address proof ban pinchisha ya ka age ban pinchisha bagi desha kita ki nongshong India ki nongshong jong ka Meghalaya kata ka hearing kan kata
ngam ngapat kan mau por bang apply ba kan
em long yaki bala long bomdon doubt
hai
yaki bomdon doubt te kam long kim jukhot kan ya ka hearing then rai tang yaki to ki long doubtful cases yaki ki khot hearing it's not for everyone but for those where don't got doubt kan ya ka residency ka don let's say ki documents ki de ki bambiang
pikiran don kam justify
okay
to khuli shibon prolog sin ipyak sabai pi sho kani ka show kani ri Shillong top of the town but kani di ka show bingi wan ra ki babon ki guest hakani karansan bingi yo ben yakren habai day but ki babon ki ba yitengku haka imlang salang la kalong nadu ki ka kampuli puthi lani kalong ka sap ka phong bat kiwe ti hakani klemat ngasngo kemen shikade bingi don ya lesi bon teng jong pi la itu ye but ya kam ko jong ka ba la kren kham jam lesi merong ha ki bon ki snam ki ba lej hadu ni kleman ti but ya ka jingya lenti jong lesi ngila ban tang lingba ki initiative but ki we ki ba ile lingba ki kam ki jam bi ibat tenre ayu bi ile kumnu bi ile apat ya katangi kwa bani kren ni jonwit ba itai de iba Frederick Kharkongor IAS ibade commissioner secretary jongki babun pha ki department nga ban chong no kumta ti but ngasngo comment shikat day ban yo ban shong bi hangnin lor bi day i former CEO chief electoral officer ilabat ikani lak mentah news nem kenti but dangshen ilai no shawai ka ila ai bentano ikani bentala shim no pad dai sertuari tinre hakni klemat blingi warra hangni ngasngo ba kalong kebedan kami ngi bingi ngintip kum kiri pajba ya kani ka bi ka jinglong jingman jong ka election but ngasngo kalong ka ba kham kongsan chusu bandon ya iba Kharkongor hangni nomor ba hakini kisnam ki bla lek ngi ya kani ka jinglong ya kani ka publicity ding lesi la panong ya kani ka jing pau habai de bat ka voting bat kani ka jing penshai pajba habai de bat ka voting kan i kalong shai ba hagin ki snem ki ba pi don ma pi but ngasungu ye ki babun ba ki initiative ki jong pi ki ba lesi ka hadu menta ki award ki ba yeng kum te hang te ru ngatrai ka de lesi nong lo ka de ka uso jong ka jing tray jong pi bat ka kanhun ka jong pi ba department hakini snem ki bla leng but ki babun na peng jong yo ban ni sim benta hakani election da ka jing sungthu da ka jing tip da ka jing nang ti ba kani klimat ngi kwa bani kran khendiat ha bai day bat ka jing Pynkhreh ha bai day bat ka election ti lese kum hakani ka klimat imdon ngam tharai ba phindang sim ti ka kam ban Pynkhreh tin rei pat tamin si sungthu pat lese hakini snam ki bala la da experience ko jong pi reality ko jong pi nadu ki MP election ki MLA election ki by elections ba kum da ter ti ngashkwa ban sungthu hakni ba Kharkongor lingba kita ki jing yo nam ki jong pi ki khusnam bi pi pla yo ki jing ithu ha ki babun ki benta hadu kanu kata ki jing long kanika jing Pynkhreh kan preparation da bengi crunch pang jong ki election hadu kanu long kalong lese nganomong baka khiarun hadu kanu ka jing long kelan jong ati pla batai mentan kita ki jing ya ki jong bi strategy ki jong pi tenre habang ye kren bat menta lele kumad long ka MP election kumno ki jing appear lesin ka ki election shakaway ki jing Pynkhreh lani ka rukom long ka rukom penyat penbet ken nang ba ki bro khoi kin yat bet bingin ban penti kana ba kita ki voters bikin mi shakmat bikin tap ya ka vote
Then ko nga ko man ai khuble fi ba fi ai kini ka lat ben keren mo. Te mentang idon haka kerdop jong kowe ka election manong no. Te bansyon nujor of course ka MP election ka kamlong ka bakam jai banya nujor but ya ka assembly election because ka assembly election te kalong ka bashit ram rebutli ki constituency Raipun Riutli ki constituency shane Arpo South Li ki constituency shipo rilom garo te hangni mentang idon Artli ki seat Artli ki parliamentary seat Shillong seat but ka tura seat te hakaliang jong ka challenges te ki hambon habedai but ka assembly elections because ka kani ka benong no kani ka competition ka kamlong much higher kamlong more intense te badak jo ko por kade ka benong no kade ka benta banya mano long banya thau sarkar mo ha ka state government te ki bon ki political parties ki compete ban yo ya ki long ban yo ki votes ken jong ki pait ba te nakaliang jong Pynkhreh of course ko wei ka issue ka badon ka law and order mo te in the rest of India ki ong ba the main problems which is confronted by the elections kini ki muscle power money misinformation mo te Hakinik number ale haliang jong muscle power thing ngimda don than kita ki issues because by and large ki elections jong ki long by and large peaceful ngamong ba ki long totally peaceful but by and large ki long peaceful gan te of course ngidon challenges of money power te but ngidon ka but hadin bakala one ka social media ka digital media ka don ka challenge of misinformation ru te inrai Bante laka mikni boro ngidon ka model code of conduct ka MCC. Tilang ba ka model code of conduct naliang jong law and order gidon ki static surveillance teams gidon gini ki flying squad mo. Ban ngidon ro kani ka media monitoring team ka ban pe gini ki violation bade jong ka social media udon grievance officer ba shong hapo Delhi ro but bolong uba interface but ki social media companies but ki Facebook,
Kadang
Instagram.
kataru.
Wah, udon grievance officer.
Oh.
Apo Delhi. Mana apo Delhi apo election commission.
Okay.
Teka kamjungo kade bo un yo kini ki complaints. Kuma kini snembal ale ru kila don some campaigns beyond the 48 hours. Te kila we kila don kani ka complain ka college apo Delhi. Te gitu ki na lo na liang jong grievance officers ula shut down ki tweets. Ula shut down ye ki tweets ula take down ye gini ki posts
Kidon niya kata kapawa balik hadu.
yes
Okay.
kidon kata kapawa especially yakani ka joke mentaga te ye ki tweets kila take down ye ki Facebook content kila take down ye ki to ki belong violation of model code of conduct because ka model code of conduct ka jing thumu jong model code of conduct de ban a level playing field but kan long ru ka berkadukam campaign ka bakhoj ka basuba ber ka ya identi bamdon phila ban disagreement phila ban argument salor ka kinu ki issues banong ba character assassination ne ki bathoy ka caste community creed ye gito ki ko ban discourage ken
Kabungot subu manta lani hatu kani kalong applicable ye ki rupaj baru ne tangi ki kertong ki ba yeng na.
Ye ki kertong hamtam because ki kertong ki seek public votes mo from a public platform. Te kalong kum ka it's a game of football mo. Ka kam jong CEO ka kam jong election commission kalong kum ki referee ken.
Okay.
Te chuo aga madan le lekai kana don ko foul te u referee u have say ka yellow card have say ka red card mo. Te but don ka infringement u have put you to whistle mo te kanang ba ka match kanya but kin le kai kat kum ki kendon te ka election process ro kalong kum tai I mean on the long once the elections are announced ken te ka kamram gari ban te la kam ye boro ki benta ki ba violate ka election code of conduct but un page ba ka election process kanya bet kat kum ki kendon malabo a constitution te kata kari on election day ban reishwa ke election day te ngala ada batai pi Kumno ban thap kerteng ban bandung kerteng te kita ki so it's a kalonga it's a 360 degree 24/7 process ken kamde atang bagi perkhat ki pajba bari tang ha sengi election baga bon kam te ki trainings ki babon ngatrai pilate ki bon ki judge ki trainings ya ki presiding officer ki ni ki don ki zonal officers ki don ki sector officer ki balit page ya ka condition jong ki polling station ki page ka biang nam galanti sun ken te kuma po Meghalaya le ki bon ki challenges because ki bon ki lom ki wa ki ni ki geographical challenges mo ki don ki polling station ko kamseng polling station ka badon hapo amlarem ka ba ki polling parties ki happen kam de giling kam non surop
lai kan
then kadon ka tu polling station ko ka kalate ka po shela hakpor baslap le ang tu piap yaj be de giling te sipo garwel through ibon ki jaka ki belong very difficult ki belong challenging then sipo soraru ki don gitu ki area ki ba piap yaj de ki kenta sa South Garwels ki don ki constituency ki ba piap yaj ma prak nai kenta tang ban poyong to te ki don a lot of physical challenges ken ki geographical challenges ko bang no te andre ki polling officials ki BLO ki bide ki bang no ki bide ki reshot ki bide ki bedrock mo of the polling process because kito ki foot soldiers ki ban ensure ba hagas ni thebot ada don tang life ngun ki nong thebot ne pidon de hajar ki nong thebot ki polling parties ki de bandon hong to ban ai lat ban thau ki lat ki linti ba ki pajba ki de ban wan ki polling station but ki de ban yon yo to ye ki choice jung ki
ang sio kem knya tu ba piong sepang jong kini ki monitoring kita ki officials ni barang thir bo dali gumang ipet menta let's say haki tu ki snam ki ba ladap ki ba phi la persang rabat nak lian jo phi ba team ke jong phi ban enroll kini ki kena kam tambat ki pai ba hi bro khat dak ba penan kam bun let's say kat kum ke jing ira ya ka social media ka di kwe but ki ba di ki rukam tine hakani ka ya kani hakani ka kenti mata bingi yeng menta long no ka jing penetrate social media la issue kai hatu kini ki jing page perman ken hatu ka kini ki individual let's say YouTubers leni kini ki ba penihin la ka jong shimat ken ya kita ki opinions bagi views ki jong ki hak MCC tu kila bansha pengat ne kumno ne hatu ka don ka any violation hak ta kementa ne hak nudur ne ki
agapor bangi penlong men agapor bangan don manga ko CEO tingi jon ka MC ketika media monitoring team kan
okay
hak district level ru ulong chairman UDC but haka state level pare u CEO ulong appellate authority but u ADC but u additional CEO pare ulong kumu chairman jonga to te bon kini ki complaints kinawan kilong disposed of at the level of the district leni at the level of the additional CEO te tang kito ki bakam juat ki ba done on an appeal nature ki wan show CEO but horror jong CEO karon ka election commission
okay
te mention stem nga kanmao at least towards the poll date te kidon kita ki long kidon kita ki complaints te hadin bangi refer election commission kila take down ni kita ki post bagi kita ki tweet ki ba violate the model code of conduct kan
irrespective of manu bapo ki
of course but rei ka jing perman galong khamlong more intense ye gitu ki kertong ba ki political parties kan
okay
khamta ma ko ga silence period bagi
48
hours before the close of poll kan but during the course of election but ensure ba kandon ka level playing field kandon ka jingbat ye ki kandon kan
by day par barkani ka election kumni hai ka jing fair jong ka MP bar ka assembly election dei kumjoru ka MDC hadu kanu kala phi play ba kadan ka jing kala by day barkani ka jing yo jong ki brio te along no ke importance ken jong kini ki election hatu kuma ting la kuma phiong ne ka jing long kum ka assembly election ki long hui ba nomor ba bun ri constituency ki bun kat shabas ya yosngo we ki campaign be ki we tinre hadu ba phi la ya ling ba ki snam la hadu kanu kala change perspective jong ki bre bi kala wan shakhmat ngai ka ka jing kiu jong ka jong percentage the turn you jong ki voters na 2014 badu 2019 klai pher te ndaipat na ka jing I jong pi personally bingin data jong pi kalong kumno
Ha, te very berka MLA elections. They of course menshua kamu judon social media. Ndai mentang ngila long hadin ba ngayok mandong CEO. Te ngila leverage ba ya ke social media. But kidon ki creatives ki videos. But ngi involve ki multiple stakeholders. Ngi involve ki creative artists. Ngi involve ki digital creators. But at the same time ya ka messaging ru ka hap long smart messaging. Targeted messaging. Te ngila penun kami ya music, ngila penun kami ya kini ki digital animation. Kanang bakan kring, kanang bakan kan attract ya attention. Jongki kena samla mo. At the same time kini ki FM stations ru. Kini ki radio FM stations ru. Ki radio FM stations ru ngila ya engage ba. Lang ba ki ki various programs bagi don maki. Te katu macam kli of course bane nojor bar assembly elections te kamlong more intense ka assembly elections because ki issues ki long local ki issues ki long local but at the same time ki banang no ki sur ki and the voices also ki long more powerful during the local elections
kalong constituency related
come along closer to the skin MP election bere kalong very important because ngijet yaki nong mi khmat jungi shaka parliament ki ban raise yaki issues jonga state kan te mon kaniru ngimla bangin both are equally important kilongum ki thapnyang jong ki sim mo baratli ki thapnyang ki don kam nigi kiti pimla banong ba
kawai ka kham
siang ni kawai te kanang baga sim kan hair kanang baga democracy kan flourish kanang baga state kan ya chakman baratli ki thapnyang don kam te MP election ru ka dei ka badon kam hi ka MLA election ru ka dei badon kam ye ka jing don kam jong MLA election bar khwai ngilasung tho te ka MP election lei ngi masung tho ba pinapha wei ne pinapha safungut ki MP lada pidon wei u unong kren la ni unong mikmat ubala ban take up ke issues ubala ban kren ubala ban pensawa ya ki issues umpi that is enough it's not the numbers that count but it's the quality of the issues raised
kedai ngai ba kani krukom long jong ka election kan hadu kani klemat iba lese yo kham hasha ka bapyong kajing bojang social media lese menta kala kham jur ba kinong penan kam kala khambun tindai langi pej ya krukom long haki snam ki ba benshwa lese yo kibri kidan hi ya kajing suthu ha bede bat kini kajing jen tindai ki babun menta lese ngamtip hadukan nu kata kajing long jong ki ka perspective mo ka personal perspective jong ki breu at the grassroots level kenya ba yede ba vote tendai long pi don bet hasanda let's say but ki officers jong pi don be hasanda jong ki ni voters kai ka perspective ko jong ki ladang ya kran menta kan jong ka imlang salang hibrok we lingi kran ya kani khamtam le khasi Jylla hills kani kombalong menta hadukan nu long ka kilai I ka jinglong kong sante be kin mi shakmat benong ban vote
shanang kondong de ka participation kalong very high ki kenthairu ki hamlong more participative compared to the male counterparts
pyong
and then haki shaki jaka sor te kadon ka urban apathy te kadon ka urban apathy te kata ka de ka challenge ba laju face na benchwa pan nganget kata ka problem kan nang ne of course in a page ki numbers kadon ko ka theory bong ba ki bun ki khna samla ki de ki ba police bar te kimla ba kin one especially tang one the vote gain tang at the same time pin page ya kini ka voting percentage shegi rural areas ka shay tam bet prapo percent almost 90 85 86 de ka shay cross bet gain I don't 90% 95% ru shegi urban areas pre ka shay don hi ka dip below 70% what lah kata aru average jong ka turnout jongi kasih ne about 86% plus. Long 86% plus kan. But ka jing participate jong ki long kme jong ki kanthai ka kham long more than jong ki senrang always. At least hai kini ki snam bangala page mga kan. Te ka participation kasih khambon naliang jong ki kanthai. What ka enrollment ka khambon jong ki kanthai India. Ngang pay kai ki data jong ni usnam ro nagi R4 lak tam gi ba don kristeng mo apo electoral roll kumba close to kharwai lak ki jong ki ba enroll ba thap kristeng ki jong ki kintai ki senrang at 10 lakh plus ki kham duna andian
ari mo ki kham sim kya gi kintai gi long kme
at least ka liang jong enrollment but liang jong ka ski bon one thap vote it appears like that kan tenga of course nga sngo baro ki long baro liang senrang bar kintai ki long equally ki long responsible ki long gi bucket clear I mean pe ka data de let's say ka ban pau ba ki kham long more participative ki long me
kapamut mental nakini ki khna samla pat ka kalong kumno ka participation
nagi khna samla kum ngape ja kini ki data ki jonus nem ki don kumba prapusa hojar e bla enroll thamai it's quite a significant number but ki snam la lej ru ngishe long ngishe hover kumta ki figures 84,000 85,000 ni te ki khna samla hakini ki snam la lej ni jo encourage ki jo ki medal first to vote medal then at the same time ni involve ki poll volunteers ro aki man ki polling stations te na liang ki khna samla le ki dang ni encourage ki begin shna ki reel begin ai ki testimony begin ai ki testimonies but inked finger mo ki pini to inked finger long proud to be a voter again te na liang ki khna samla ka don ni ka jing shid hem because ki long first time voter and kalong kumba mo I mean longin nakshukhai ngi we are baptized no te kanika banli thep vote it's a kind of baptism into democracy again banshu if you are to use a similar comparison
speaking of democracy ba Kharkongor ngashu ngakwa long pi don nakatu pladan hakini kisnam boros katande ba pi hele ban mobilize kamtam lele miyaki officials ki jong pi gen ban mobilize bi you ba hi shaka enrollment and then for the electoral ne tinre habang ikran spang democracy hadu katnu ko bangi ngi hab ban sim khia ladang ikran spang tak jing sen sharp ba ngi hadu kanu kum kiri pai ba ngi ban sim khia ba hoy ngi suthu ba kade sen sharp ba kri jing di sen sharp ba tinre dang don lefsi ke bana pedeng jongi ngamong etang kenthel ni senrang ke bengi ai data ba fi ai data mane tinre kidang don hi ki ba pedeng jongi ki bangi dang perkhat ba ne you tap vote ton ni teng lalong eligible ban ni tap ru ngim tap ton ni teng ban enroll ru ngi dang bu kamta ke ngi dang khamlong hesitant kendian tinre bengi kran pa sepang jong kan ni ke jing sen sharp ba long hadu kanu ko long kemudian kamti bengi ngin mi syakmat ng ban vote but hadu kanu berkata ka voting am kalau integral part of democracy kan
the election commission ki judan ko ek slogan yang no voter to be left behind and every vote counts every voter counts mo te kalong kabaran kam ha ba baro ki balong eligible mo ki bla thap kerteng ki beri citizens bagin mi syakmat bagin one shaki polling station bagin excise yaga choice because one man one vote mo kalong very precious one woman one vote or one man one vote te kata ka de hok jung phi babin de thap vote ka de hok jung phi balai ba fin do yak ta hok kan it is your right to claim te kumun shwang she don ga campaigns mo shwang come cast and celebrate mo p1 cast your vote and then you celebrate the fact that you have made your choice it's not important whom you have voted for kata ka choice jung phi mo the fact ba pilawan ban shimbanta mo pilawan ba fin shimbanta agane ka festival of democracy kan te shubong inadon ki surok ki bosnio inadon ki mo ki hospital ki bam trekam leni ki school ki bamlong te ngindashu criticize te long dari bangimpat pendap ke kamera menjungi. Let's say kalong incomplete ke dari bangilat tap vote sisa, bangila make a choice. They at least kadang kejingkit clear kan, kadang kejingkit clear, but at least we have made a choice kan. Long imdai bangin berang no bangin forget our responsibilities kan, because kadang kam bangin kan mau ya ki hak jungi rights, but every right also has a responsibility. Every right has a duty. The opposite of a right is also a duty. Te bangin yo ya ka ka babha, bangin yo school ki ba biang, bangin yo ya ka surok ka ba ka babha, ki hospital ki ba trikam, kata ka di right jungi. As citizens, it is our right, but it is also our duty bangin don minta ya ka jingjet jong ka sarkar jungi. Whichever government comes, kata anum la ban comment mo kadeka kiong ba kata di surpaj ba mo. Tinre at least pidei ban don benta kan ban bapin kas ya ka vote jong pi, because pinda len no ya kata right. If you forsake that right, then you also forsake the right to criticize. You have to claim your rights, but exercise your duty.
Yan nomor ba ki babun hi ka kadan bet kini ki bilang salah kayat kayeng kan kadan bet kata ki kamle ngamyo jing mentoy kum kita ti i kem bet ba kan ayu bet kan ya bet la ka jong ka kan ya bet la ka jong ka lenti ke election kan ya bet la ka jong nga kan ya bet la ka jong ka jingim tilong ngim sngo be kumba ngim dan kam kan ting ru so kumba kala song dor du ta vote ba ladang ngamli vote mga kumut something will happen lani lalong no kumba dakajing bam participate ke jong ashimen kuman long ajing sneng no you kadang ngum kata ti ka
ya kata kadang notar udan none of the above mo. Of course I don't encourage ki brio begin det siapa polling station but in press nota because kalau wasted vote. Tang re gidan ki brio ru ki pa perkat to ngan det polling station but ngan register ya ka protest jonga by pressing on nota none of the above. That means ngamdon confidence kino kini kirtan ki bayang menta tang but regulate polling station berek yung I exercise my choice kan. So ketu nota ru ko dan ngamda encourage ki pajba begin use ketu nota because kalau wasted vote then kata option ru ko dan.
Kulisibun ba Kharkongor di kani kapor jong ping ngatrai kan bahai nga bakan chu ngala Pynkhreh kniat ke jingkeli tang ban laj baklam bagi perlok gi bape jing kinyo kniat om baru ru ndi kniat habai de bagi ni Jingthep shapang jong ke election khamtam le menta bakadang menta ka don halenti bingin le benta bagi vote jongi dikidan gi kniat ki jingkeli gi bangi ki bang lash Pynkhreh mulu mala ki bale se ngin yo jing persai khamhan ka liang jongpi tekan suyat ini jingkeli khnam bakan numtu ikapor kulisibun ba Kharkongor ikapor ke jongpi so sisian to kawin kini habangi kran pang jo kini ki kani ka campaign habangi kran pang campaign nadu bagi sedang ban campaign kini ki kertong hadu kanu kalong kaba don kam yangi pat kum kini ki kinong kersan desi jong kanu ka parti lani jong kanu kan hun ni jong nu kertong bangingin don kata ka jingmu cuperkhat ka balesi ka babet lani ka balong no ka balong discipline kan jong no in simple terms but hadu kanu long kala ben contribute in a fair election tang campaign ru banjit di kan sha lakalong Shaka Assembly, State Assembly lani Shaka Parliament ru.
Atrai kalong badan kamba nginda shupai shapo Mizoram mo. Rego ka state ka bala ai ka nuksa ka ba biang ba ngamon akur kom jong ka community engagement ka ba penerap ban long ban yo ka disciplined I mean voting. De shapo Mizoram what la don ka model code of conduct ru nre ang tu kibor sansyar election kim da face kino jing because na liang jong ka community kila don de ki common platforms but kisha ye ki candidates ban one tang hak common platform but ban campaign ban bataish pang ki policies ki programs ki but at the same time ban पाने की वोट की कटे common platform करे को भाई
Saya seria mengutu belakang Juwai last election.
हाँ in some
Hai,
localities
hai, hai.
kita na likely की localities की बा rai banong bandan ka common platform kan
Kita buat ki rule ki.
kita buat di rules kita buat di kendon but kab hakiti ki common platform kila ju advice ya ki candidates but ki political parties magi maintain ya decorum but ya discipline but kin nawan ki localities ru palat naga ngatrai palat ega shasau kim ju entertain long ki paj baru kim dei bagin expect bagin nawan ki kertong ki nio palat ega shasau ganya aboga parties that way it curtails the expenditure it curtails the expenditure it also brings in discipline and at the same time it's more kalong more systematic kalong more organized kan more kalong professional ba p campaign on a common platform p no ki political parties ru kinumdan gada ka headache ban penut bon because naliang jong pajba naliang jong ki community ki ladon hi kita ki kendon mo ki ba ki labo par ki expectations ru kimlong kita ki belong unrealistic kan te ngatrai lengba ka community mo lengba ka through community participation community discipline ini ki jat nuksa ki de ki babyang but kimde belong impossible ba kawai ka state kala de le ya ni but kadang ya beteng hi ya ni ka practice but kuma phila kado mene kidon ki locality sang ne po jila jungi ru ki bala bersang ban le kita te kari ki ai le se ka ba ngini bangini ya mor kari ka nuksa ka bangini bani vote kan le se ka kata ai kan yarap ya ka election ba kan more organized kan more systematic kan ba ya identi kan le se
Hakabay dapat ba kani ka use of money ng money power hakabay dapat election hakini kisnam mapi fladon mapi hadukan no play i drastic change baki banong kamtam lay kajing pendon kam kajing hiar kan hakata benta
ki seizures pinapait na liang jong seizures te kabon ka last assembly elections ngatrai ko almost close to 74 crores or something was seized. No, not in terms only of money. Aliang jong ki drugs, aliang jong ki seizures kan.
Okay.
The Henry, of course, can a challenge ba the entire country faces use of money power. The aliang jong ka election commission kiladon ki flying squad, kiladon ki static surveillance teams, kiladon ki income tax, kiladon ki bon ba ki bor pahara. Henry ngatrai kadika challenge ka ba which still continues and ngatrai it's a challenge ba baro ki all the stakeholders in the electoral process habe shong ban yete alakam langen tanga election machinery marwai ru ngale se kanumla bagan te alakam gan kalaban minimized to an extent because menta bapin sai pisa na bank palat certain amount ru gidon ki kendon mo te kita gilong on the regulatory side of it raya ka election gidon ki multiple stakeholders te ki nalanga ki bor para jo election commission ki office of CEO ki ritang shibenta jong ta ka process re hakata ka brong no ki stakeholders ki bon gidon ki citizens gidon ki political parties gidon ki voters gidon ki I mean long baro kini try lang tinga try kan don ga result ka ba khambiang te kumulong menta let's say of course ki efforts ki don ndai nga try kani ga jing pasang kan hambiai beteng kan haplong coordinated kan
ki paj ba par kalalong kumno ka perspective ko jongki perkhat jongki habay day but ka involvement of money kan habay day election
bon ki paj ba te ki musnat ya involvement of of money but no sentiment I mean ngatrai pinakren ni way paj ba kinum unumdan ba support kan ya involvement of money hindrai that is talk but how much of it actually can be curtailed in terms of action. Kata ketika collective responsibility ngatrai jong borok.
In terms of kalon order part ke ba pilih benwan ra ban nong noi ke jing shngan ken haki por election ki bukum kini ke ka lesi ke priority ke ba bu hakmat by day kalon order.
Habri ber law and order by and large ka Meghalaya ka long peaceful mo for elections. Even haki por ka ba long haki por benchwa ka when the situation was not very good also. Gidan ki benta when the situation was not normal. But haki tu ki por ro ka haba pi crunchpang election process ka long peaceful haki tu ki por ro. Ti kata ka peacefulness of the election process kadang ya ibetangi. Ki don of course ki jeng shongshit mo ki jeng shongshit ki jeng ya no a bit of posturing ko don. Ti kata ka long part of the electoral process what in the page ka team football team ki balek hai apo madan ru ka don ni ka excitement apa deng ki fans mo. Te of course na liang jong election commission kila penbet ye ki CAPF mo kini ki CRPF kini ka ki ai ki companies Dadon Kuno ka breakdown of law and order, Dadon ka flag march. Then Nadiang Jong ka security deployment ru kilabo ki sensitive ki vulnerable polling stations. They haka constituency ki don bet ki polling stations ki belong sensitive. But haki ki sensitive polling stations ki ai khambon ki pull it. But ka don ru ka community engagement ka all party political meeting ki meeting ber kirang bashnong for community confidence building measures. They lingba kita ki initiatives ka long temperature it usually comes down. Te nganget ba kumba julong hakin extem bala ale ka Meghalaya long kadegawi ni states ka baju tip salon sarap or India as one of the states ka belong by and large peaceful in terms of elections.
Kini ki baikran kini ki habikiran sepang jong kini ki ngatrai pilayos pios mo bihin kapor kini ki kijing SM jong kini ki officers kini ki BLO ki bawan ki jaka ki bopher long so far katanya jong pi any interesting story of a village lene particular constituency lene voter ba pila log ba ketik bensi mati do menta.
Kidan ki stories, of course, not was when I was CEO and reporting and along returning officer and along DC Putura. They kadon complain ba kini ki hati ki disturb ka polling process. Te kiwan long ka jingwan jong ki hati ka ka
pentut
ka pentut ka polling process. Te ngi hab form kita ki crack team ba badan benta ki police officers ki forest officers. Te tingila persang mangin deal berkata elephant problem. Rengi yo complain berani gini wildlife enthusiast kalong kung kerja cruelty to the animals.
Okay.
What we did was ya kita ki hati ngila show keringat iki siapa Bangladesh. Across the border.
Kibun.
Across the border kan.
Thank you. Kibun teli ne.
Yeah, ma'am. Some particular areas kibudan apok elephant corridor kan. Te kata ka story kala long feature da ki national dailies ru o arjar pra arjar khandai.
Okay.
Te kata ka koi ka story ka belong interesting. Then kini ki polling stations ki ba hable daga link ki long very interesting ki polling stations ru. And then of course kidon ki polling stations ki ba kini polling parties ki yaad mo prakanta tam ko South Garo Hills ki yaad prakanta foot march 8 hours on foot te gitaru kidan ki and then kidan ki polling stations apo West Khas Hills ba Kumno Surong kini ki hable ki bamboo raft kini ki polling parties ki hable ki bamboo raft te long company ka dedication jong ki polling parties jong ki ken yaad prakanta teng ki haplet gini ki bamboo raft tika mod company ya ka spirit a real spirit of democracy kin ki polling officials jingi te kita ki some of a few stories ki belong interesting ki bon ki stories ki belong interesting mereka bakam long striking kita tahu
kini ki jaka ki bakam tam lo kita ki bakam sejengai kum kini khabai dei bet kini ki returning officers bet ki bayadan bentah hang tu han kudur pat pi penbiang logistik pat ban long for long ban penpush ki strong room kan kum kini kan kham simpor ngatrai
yes te apo election ngidon ki kita bakot ki P-1 P-2 I means kito ki bajan polling station te pilai tang shisngi shwa P-1 means 1 day before polling or P-2 pilai arsingi shwa ka polling te kini ki jaka ki bakam shitom ki bakam long challenging te ki silai arsingi shwa then ni shai don ro ki kini additional manpower ki belong on standby you let's say ka don no ka Jingthep or kind of health issues kini no ki fitness problems thing shai don ki additional manpower ki same time ki machines ro ki body additional machines kanang ba don ka breakdown kan sok begin replace then kini baro and then of course ki sector officers ki zonal officers normally ya gitu ki polling stations ki ba long ki ba khamsok ngi don weu sector officer zonal officer ba pet kum ba shpo khatantli ki polling station tang ye gini ki polling station bra ki ba khamlong challenging she don tang weu dedicated sector officer lani weu dedicated zonal officer ba pet tang ye ka to polling station because ka kamram jungo gede ban ensure ba ka polling process ka ya smoothly but ki polling personnel but ki materials kin wanla mi ki safe and sound back to the strong rooms kita ki arrangements but ki kaliru kinu jaj kali ki jaj kali ki ba let ru kadon ka fitness ki dapat ya ya ka ni ka roadworthiness ki pet ya ka condition of the vehicle ka gade ban khambyang long sturdy ka security rule ऐसे khambon ki additional security personnel ki banyat kita baro ki jing Pynkhreh bagi long bagi initiate kan naliang jong ka district administration naliang jong district election machinery ban pet ba kan special care amata kini ki polling stations
ti kum kini belong vulnerable and khamlong kini ki nganget pi class ki into different category
yes
na benta jong ki pada arrangement kalong kumno bad hakano do pi priority ban
te ki belong vulnerable ki belong sensitive ki don't belong sensitive from law and order point of view ki don't belong vulnerable kum ka case bang ong jong lo modan hati ki don't belong vulnerable because ki jingai ki don't belong vulnerable because let's say kalong very dominant koi ka group te ya gitu kila attack lupa kong ki vulnerable te kila don ki extra police personnel hang to but ki CRPF company ru kin kham deploy khambon but kin don ki sector magistrates ki ban monitor ya to then one special category bang aklet banong fi kade ko home voting
yes
kum nado por covid menta ki last dang ya gini ki home voting mo ya gini ki bala propose nam tam kimnan kam kin one cast polling station ki naliang jong election commission hi ki la don di ki teams but ban knang man pensuk ya gitu ki
teman
itu bala teman ya ki PWD people with disability ru kan ko ga priority area ya gitu ki ba don jingduna department ya ki ru ki la ban le ko home voting but lada ki kwa but if they still want to come and exercise the votes of polling station bra ki don ki poll volunteers ki don ki wheelchair ki don ki booth level assistant ki banyara pe kiro tenre ngalai ba kani ko home voting ki bon ki balarang ba ini ki banang no ki PWD kila avail ya kini home voting but kani ru kala long ko we ki la ni linti ka bayarap ya ka banang no to make the whole poll process more inclusive kan yang more inclusive because kata ka slogan jong election commission no voter to be left behind kum ko ga nuksa apo Gir Forest Reserve apo shapo Gujarat ki don tang laingot ki voter one of the laingot ki voter ru ka election commission ka long arrange ka shimkhya par kum shapo Ladakh sheli I mean parat ya le Ladakh ru ka don ko polling station kabran apo Himalayas ang to shapo Arunachal udon tang wei voter tenam ta wei voter ru ya location special polling station. Te ko mangiru mention snam hapo nongpo.
Hai.
Kadon ko ka lepers colony.
Okay.
Mo kadon ko ka lepers colony. Te namda ki lepers colony ru kishna ko ka special polling station.
Lang bangala ngalayo try di rangba andai. Di senrang rangba abril rangba klane.
Oh, begini ki lepers bi?
Okay, kita pindah ke community.
Oh, kita community.
Okay.
Te long ki lepers long kanang bansuk yaki.
Yaki bikin
Kilashna special facilities ko ka polling station tang namta ki lepers.
Kim
Gini measures kan ki ba iba nirap yaki, and then gidon ki youth managed polling station, gidon ki women managed polling station, all women polling station. Or then ki PWD managed polling station, ki PWD friendly polling station. Tikini gidi baro ki benang no ki measures ke bashim na leng election commission ban to to sort of ensure ba no voter is left behind kan.
Lada shoes ngap ya kata ke jing lalong no kum mangi kiri upat ba kan ada ngisu pet ya kai ke ba kum ke election commission ka le I kuma ka Shillong I kuma ka labiang lu dong sedong ke basu ya Jylla kum tu tuk tak lalong. Pynkhreh lada ngasu tangkum ni bang kran ngasu long kebun hati ke ba you selendat kan. Ti try bakar ngor kum ki try kijing let's say kijing kita kijing no senyang lani tiki effort kuman syong no mo kita kijing ai kijong ki kini ki polling officers lani kini ki ba prepare ki ba bat ikam prepare ki ba ngi kiri upat ba ngim tip te ki ba let's say ki ba ngim yo kan ya ka jingre jong ki to don kumita ki ke
Kawai kiri of course ki yakitu ki bilangan election duty ki have they have to go for so many rounds of training. Then ki have chapo field ban verify yaki facilities yung kini ki polling station and then ki don ki bahab ya prakanta ro ko mga
ketu ya ne
then ki don ki ba long mo ki hable kam shisngi arsngi shwa te ki manono ki challenges and then ha ki counting centers ki don ki ba sha deploy ki counting center ha ki receiving and distribution center it's a whole army of people who are long and then ki kentaru beyond office hours mo ting upon election ki nado from office of CEO to the DO then to the right down mo ki tray beyond office hours ado kandaish pobuje for months together mo shwa election te kita kiri ki ba fimyo I kan kita kiri ki jing Pynkhreh ki jing tray yung ki bashalendet bale se fimyo I long ki pajba kim yo I lane kim don ka understanding of for months together ki election officials ki have literally burned the midnight oil gumanang no digi banai while the rest of the normal administration kalong kaya normal timing ki election officials there is no normal timing and then apart from that gidon sa voter education bing hable kani ka voter education ban involve ki creative artists ban plan ki strategies ban involve kumno ki campaigns ban le kini ki awareness campaigns through social media through TV through radio ban engage ban ki artists ban ensure ba kani ka messaging ka biyang then ka turu ka de ka area then menchua por MP election ng kanmao ngidon ki panel discussions Shillong talks ki tura talks then gibon ba then ngidon ki music festivals apo what's like ngidon then ngidon kleng ki campaigns ki ban ai visibility but ki ban ai meaning ngen ya ka election process side by side but kini ki regular activities side by side but kini ki regular activities ngidon kini ki way ki brano kini ki roles and kini responsibilities ru ban to make the election interesting, to make the people engaged, to make them aware, right from roll to poll, and right from enrollment to elections.
Ngatray banda day ba pidang bat de kakam ngatray num yo I ka por ban kren kum di bat pi
ngatray kan chitom oh yes, and another thing I interviews ki press man kapor press briefings man almost every 3 days by press briefings. That is also there. That is also one of the responsibilities.
Shisha, many he mentioned that how by day but ka COVID ba phi ong yini home voting day. Hapor bekerja COVID kum tu do kam day hapor election ono ho mariadap ndaladap ke election MP due to snam ajar khanda ajar pho bakawan ka lockdown. Long how has the preparation and the perspective bagi strategy kala penkala nak liang ka election commission tu.
After COVID, Keladon gajing persang ban penduna yaki number of voters per polling station. In the sense that below it should not exceed 2,000. A polling station should not exceed 2,000 voters because bon balat kandon ka crowd kandon ka exposure again to COVID. Te kilap kiong ba maximum should be. Well, hill states it should be below 1,500 also. And then of course sanitizers, masks berkat itu benda tu belum kam. Itu kipor bagi penlong by election. Ihap don ki sanitizers, ihap don ki masks. And then at the same time ke polling station kam dei penjengai palat 8 kilometer for a voter again. So those are some of the measures to make the polling more accessible again.
Tega kabumut ya menta hoi sisa kamu pun ni ki don ki ba hadu menta ki ba kiri orang ba hamtam ni ki bangi ui menta ki bala jumat lesi itu kurukam tab ki bala paper lagi pori ba ham menswa ya menta kat hadu kini kiri orang ba kiri teman ki balayo di ki bala paper menta ter kidang don hadu menta ki bang anang yo sngo nak tin ke jongki nak sentur ke jongki bagi ong ba ngimpala man shania ki EVM ki ong ba ka prone to malfunction but ki way te and manipulation ru ki ong te hakanu ko dur pi long ba pi pen convince ba pi pen kongo te ba desi kani kadi ka rukam ka ba long safe but ka ba long secure ken da mata ki vote ke jongi ken ki ru pa ba
Tika EVM gadi ka tried and tested machine. You don't do technical protocols. Mud pin budaron ki pajba ki persang ban manipulate ni. Kan ka EVM it goes back to reset mode. Kari one time programmable. Okay. It's only one time programmable. If you try to manipulate, it goes back to the reset button. It goes back to factory mode. Te kata kari koi ka technical safeguard button. Apart from that, you don't get administrative safeguard through. For the commission, but okay, political parties they are called to witness, and the entire process ka commissioning is under CCTV. Te then you don't see observers. Te the day ba kata ka EVM ka long ba phila ban manipulate. That means kan non may tanggoy ka party ka ba job load provide. Balik non opposition parties. Te long and then bali shubo long balik non ki barem balik non ki ba job. Ujo ubrio ru ushe dram. Anu then teng non ki new winners ru. Te banong ba Hoi ka malfunction ka laban don mo. What ka mobile jungi ru ka laban malfunction. It's a machine there at the end of the day. Ka laban malfunction ka any machine ka laban ne ka kali ba pinya himan ka singiru ka laban malfunction. Ka mobile ba batang mapiru teng ka hang. Ka computer ba penungkam mangiru ka don ka technical issue. Or gini microphones ru teng laban malfunction. Te ka machine de ka I mean it's prone to malfunction but that is different from manipulation. Suppose if your phone, if it hangs, it's not that it's being manipulated. Kadi buka hang kasnio, but it pi on, pi off biang kala trekam biang. The malfunction is different from manipulation.
Okay.
The ting hot kala bandon ka, kan podang press the button kala ban jam ndiat. Ndai shubo if it's beyond repair, another machine is brought. And it is repaired. Te mlabnong baga ka machine ka dike ka balong manipulated kan malfunctioning hot. Malfunctioning it's quite normal because kadi ka machine de kan dani ka malfunction. What ki kali baginya i phone ni pen kam ki computer bagi peran kam kin dan bagi jing thot tang it's not manipulated.
Jadi okay nga try ka nginom sim shu bun ni ka por ka ba kejong i Kharkongor ni nga skwa ban kali kani ka way kini kisnam ki bala dab hadu menta ngi kani kejing kiu jong ki voters ki bawan kini ki polling station ban kas ka vote ki bikin type ki vote hatu la ne mingin yo I lesi kesngi ka bangi lani ka samai kain ka ba kani ka turn out jong ki voters kan long to the maximum but let's say hakani ka kenti ka ba menta ka ba hold back kumia ka ECI banong ban panla ban mobilize kumta biki breu kin la ban you can bikin one barok khot ki all the eligible voters let's say kan pay close to 95 to 100% what's no kay ka babat kan let's say
peng idon electorate ar for lang they banong man expect babaro kita ki ar for ar lak begin one they kalong impossible because let's say you don't give balet ki bamdon hashnong dan ni gidon giba haki hospitals giba dan medical issue te what la kataru ka polling percentage apo Meghalaya kasya kot be chiki 86-87% on an average kan te of course MP election kasya hamduna last time it was 71% plus te Henry of course kawai ka challenge ko mga batay pi mine kadi urban apathy nagi khapsar nagasar kasi khamduna ka polling percentage always not more than 60-70% but kadai kani ka low polling percentage ka baran hakisar ka ba bring down ka state average ro in spite of the 60-70% polling percentage bangi yo hakisar mo in spite of that polling percentage of Meghalaya it's still 86-87
which means wala masuto ba larade beki contribute ba nakaliang jong kinong sor kamul kalaban wan rajing kala
Shibun ngantray dari bagi naliang jong ki urban areas naliang jong long kani urban apathy bagi kwat mo let's say na dari kadon ka increase participation naliang jong ki sor kapsor ngantray kanum sitam ya ka turnout bagan exceed ya ka 90% overall with voting percentage of 60-70% apo ki rural area ki urban areas ka overall voting percentage jong Meghalaya kadang kot di ki 86-87% te stang lai 100%
aman cross
ngila hi bangin cross 90%.
To ang skwa man pingkot da kani man kapor bi pile di campaign nga BJP as a successful CEO ni naban joki di campaign de keleng maka hadu lalong nak jinglong samla jang lai yakini campaign nam but all credit nga haban ai pi mar yaki initiative ki ba pile nakale jong pi ba kenhon te ka baki ni ki first time voters let's say ki ba page kani video ki baki don kam ban tip harbe day bat kata ka hok jong ki harbe kani ka vote
then nikong nang sharp nga kwa ban ai khubleiru ya ka team along which we had mo the creative team that we had are ki sweep icons tapre ki creatives kini ki creative minds ki ba trailang bat ngi ki bala ban ai ka impactful messaging kan tilang ba kita ki combined a pooling of thoughts, a pooling of ideas together. Thinking long persang ban to reach out and to connect with everyone through songs, through through social media, so on and so forth. Tiga ka bang kwa ban ong ki first time voters. Kadai ba claim your right. Mo claim your right. Kadai hok jong pi. But kadai dak kashin jong pi ba pila long citizen uba pura. Kadai ka right is not given to a foreigner. It's only given to a citizen. You try shnong, you try mulok. Te kadai ka hok ru kadai ka platform ru ba pila ba pin long mo bonsin ki jo ka shudong ka jingsngo bang ba the youth have no voice. Te ka kadai ka jingle thep vote exercise exercise ka vote jong phi kata hi kadi ka voice ka belong such a powerful weapon. They claim your right on the 19th of April. Kindly step out, cast your vote. No? Come cast and celebrate. Your vote is your right. And katu ka slogan baju ba pau menta ki por but mention snemru katu ka campaign ina le kyong there's nothing like voting. Vote for sure.
Kulisibon ba Kharkongor ini kapor jong pi ngai kuntu ngai aware ya barok ki ba don ya lagi jong ki epic card but ki bala long eligible na mata voting ba pi pen mi shakmat haka knai trick bingin kas ko vote ko jongi shibun ma ki bang kwa ban dang clean na pi ten re kapor kamsha ba jo kapor khamtam lele ke jingya lenti personal jong pi ba fin kat shadu kadi kerdan ki bun ma ki perlo jongi kwa ban tip khamtam ya ka lese nong ya ka journey as a civil service aspiring ki students ki babun ken hakata ka benta lese ngila ban ketapat hawi ba kapor la da pi like por ngin kemen shibun bingin dan pi tinrai yamanta kani kadai ben dabata ki election berkebangi kwa dik ba barok ki khna samla ki jongi ki temen ki kro ki rang ba bikin mi shakmat nam da jong ni ki election but ngin bangin peni bakani ki election khamtam lele na Meghalaya kalong ko ba job bagi babun na pring jongi ki ban mi shakmat ban ai ya kata ka hok ban penpau lani ban exercise ya kata ka hok ko jongi bangi gidon ha simpre akti jongi ti kulisibon pala hipen no basang hadu bakut kulisibon bakar ko ni kapor jong pi but suggestion ngai aware ikentu ipi bangi mi lang hak nai trek jong na yayong ban kas li ban tap ka vote ko jongi te ngai share yang pi ko ba ka video kulisibon kulisejar ngoi pi barokat kulisibon sisen ba kulisibon. Thank you so much. All right.